Okay, so my original intro was a little rough of me. It took me a bit to kind of start talking and explaining what I was actually trying to say, so this is a new one, but I'm also going to include the original one because I think that it really shows how uncomfortable ENFJs are talking to a camera, so I'm going to keep that. But I do want to just say, hi, I'm Megan. I'm an ENFJ. This is my first video that I've made, even though I've been interested in typology for about 2 years now. And I'm going to mention functions. I will include my my blog post about functions or other links about functions in the description. But this is not really a beginner's video. I'm just kind of trying to talk. So yeah, here you go. Hey guys, I'm Megan. I'm an ENFJ, and I've been interested in typology and learning about functions for almost 2 years now, and I have yet to really put myself out there. Now, this is actually pretty common for ENFJs. We really like to know what we're talking about, and I'll tell you what, at this point, I know that I know what I'm talking about with the functions. So I really want to share them with you, the interweb. This is very strange for me. I've already started this video twice because I cannot get over the fact that I'm talking to a computer and not a person. You know, because ENFJs typically, when we are talking to people, we're not ENFPs. We aren't just talking at a wall, which is sometimes how I feel when ENFPs talk to me. They're just kind of talking at you. I am constantly changing what I'm saying, how I'm saying it, based on the how it's received. So it's a back and forth communication. I always test about 50-50 P and J, so that is something that the functions have totally helped me with because I am not an ENFP. I'm not an ENFP, and one of my main reasons for making this video is because there's so many ENFPs on the internet, just in general. They're also all making videos, and they'll be like, hey, like, I'm an ENFP, and I'm here to talk to you about, yeah. And so that's what they do, and I love ENFPs, don't get me wrong, but every time an ENFJ is bubbly at all, they are accused of being an ENFP. Okay, so one common misconception about ENFJs is that we are so over-emotional. ENFJs can be over-emotional, but the thing is, we are not sensitive. There's a difference. I am able to tell myself, hey, this is not something to get upset about. Why don't you not be upset about it? We are not sensitive. We express our emotions honestly and clearly. We kind of leave it all out there. I see it as being honest. I want somebody to know exactly where I'm at. So I'll be like, for example, well, to be honest, I feel left out, but that's okay. And sometimes people will think like, why is it such a big deal? And a lot of times I'm sharing it, and it's not necessarily a big deal. I'm telling you because that's what I'm feeling. It's just natural for me to express what I'm feeling, and a lot of times I'm not butthurt about it. I've realized a lot lately how internally strong I actually am, and how I've always known that I was internally strong. But when the world perceives it as over-emotional, it's kind of difficult because my emotions are just always expressed on my face, whether or not, like, a lot of my inner TI in my head is oftentimes just telling me, like, hey, like, this is a stupid thing to be upset about, like, you should chill out, it's not logical to be upset about it. TI can be really mean to me inside my head, too. Since it's my inferior function, it's kind of a baby. But yeah, I like to think of FE as, like, emotional facts. A lot of times I also I give people compliments freely. That's another aspect of FE. Like FI users, they take quite a bit to compliment someone or to tell them how they care, because it takes a lot out of them. While for me, I'm just like, oh, you're a very genuine person. Or, oh, I love spending time with you. And it's just like, yeah, I love spending time with you. It's like, so what? Is that so scary to tell you? I guess in this way, sometimes people say that FE users are fake in the way they express their emotions because they don't have this deep FI root. That's not the case, because I would never, ever tell someone something about how I feel and not actually feel it. Never. Okay, just to preface this, TI users and NI users, so it's just like double whammy over here, pause a lot when we talk. NI sees the whole picture and the whole root of the big SE picture. And if I'm not expressing that clearly, I don't even want to say anything at all. So I'm always pausing and being like, is this accurate? Is this describing the entire NI picture? And also, I pause because my TI is like, it's like really, really strong. I'm a very opinionated person. It's like there's like a treasure chest, and it's like I know it's there, and I'm just like digging and digging and digging to try and get it out to you. So that's very stressful. And I think one reason why ENFJs always feel so misunderstood is because we have this NI and TI with us at all times. And we are only allowed to express this with an FE and SE voice, which sounds really general and really flowery. When internally we feel very intellectual and on point with our perceptions. And we're always trying to explain that. And it doesn't always come out correctly. And now ENFJs are pretty good at talking and explaining. I'd say my dad is an ENFJ, and he says that he thinks one of his biggest strengths is taking something complicated and making it sound simple and giving it to people in a way that they understand. And I do think that is a strength of ENFJs, but it gets even harder the more complicated you're going. And this is something that is very complicated. The functions are very complicated. I forget where I was going with this. That happens also to me a lot. I always forget where I'm going because I'm going down a really NITI. It's like I start up here, I'm making sense, and then it's like deeper into the thought, into the what I mean, and then sometimes I just freaking go like completely other direction, and I don't even know what I'm talking about. So, as you can see, my room is a little bit messy. Look, there's Cheez-Its just kind of laying on my unmade bed. And I have this NI hippie-esque tapestry because whatever. I'm an ENFJ. I'm not super clean because I am SI ignoring. If anything, NPs can be more clean than me, because also in socionics I'm an NI subtype, which means I really am bad at SI. I just am really bad at SI. I don't think I need it. Everything else all my other functions seem to be working just fine for me. Why think about the past whenever I can create a better future? Why think about the details whenever they're unimportant and you should just focus on the big picture? So yeah, a lot of times this lack of SI, I don't take care of my own surroundings. I break things a lot. I don't notice that there is hair all over my sink because hair is just a minor detail. Like I will literally be cleaning and thinking that I'm getting everything, and I'm trying to use my SE to do this. And it's almost like little details just like pop out of me out of nowhere. Like my roommate's an ISFJ, and my mom is an ESFJ. So it's like they'll be like, "Oh, you like missed like this freaking, you like spilled pasta sauce like all over this corner. Like, how did you not know?" And it's almost like I'm looking at the SE picture of like the kitchen, and it looks clean to me. And then like one of my SFJ mom, roommate, whoever it is, will be like, "But that," and it's like it literally pops into my vision as if I did not even realize it wasn't there before. To me, I wasn't focused on it before. I just didn't know. Another big reason why I wanted to make a video, I always learned best about types, about what they were, from watching videos of just seeing them interact. ENFJs and INFJs too are really good at knowing a person for who they are just by watching them act. Just telling how they're feeling when they're talking about things. And yeah, so it was pretty easy to get in my mind what a type was like, and then recognize them and my friends by watching. And so, since there aren't very many ENFJs on the internet talking about things, there isn't really a this is how ENFJs act. A lot of it is up to stereotypes, and ENFJs already feel so misunderstood. So it's like, this is me doing a service to the world. This is what an ENFJ looks like, just in case you wanted to know. Because, yeah, like, we already feel so lost. You know, like, on all the forums, ENFJs are the guys that are just, like, lurking, reading things, like, interested in it, and then they'll use all of their energy to share an opinion that they thought of, and then like some INTJ or ENFP will just tell them that they're wrong with their TE, and well, maybe they don't really mean to tell them that they're wrong. Maybe they're just trying to state their opinion, but it comes off as, when TE says things, when they're sharing their opinion, it seems like they're saying it as if it's a fact, when a lot of times it's just their opinion. And TI users in general, but ENFJs in this context, we don't like that, because it's almost like you are telling us that our opinion is wrong and like not true, when for us it is. And a lot of times I'm right. I always say that I am not always right, but when I'm right, which is strange, because I don't open my mouth unless I know what I'm talking about. Well, I open my mouth quite a bit, but like, if I am going to say, "No, you're wrong," I know I'm not going to fight you for no reason. It's just not gonna happen. Like, okay, I'm dating an INTP who always corrects people, and always, like, TI with NE will correct people and then get new information and then be like, "Okay, you were right." And we decided that I have a higher accuracy ratio as an ENFJ, because even though he says correct things more often, I say correct things. Like, whenever I say things, they're correct. So basically, ENFJs, we care a lot. We try really hard. A lot of times, people don't see how hard we're trying. We feel misunderstood and sad, whatever. But like, God forbid, if you try and step on us because you think we're weak, we will step on you, which a lot of people don't know. But most ENFJs, when they're strong and healthy, don't think that they're weak, because they will fight you if you try and call them weak. Their STP shadow self will come out and tell you that you're wrong. I hope that you learned a little something about ENFJs today. We are called the teacher, so I think it's about time that I start acting like one and teaching and showing what all I've learned. And hopefully I'll be making more videos in the future. If you have any questions about anything that I said, feel free to let me know.